Hey, this is Jerry Visca, the publisher of Defyeneurs, and welcome to the Influence Project, one of the most inspiring issues of Defyeneurs MAG that we have ever taken on. And man, are we excited, because today we are live with Louise Vigneault of Brampton, pro trainer with canfitpro, one of the happiest people that I have ever met on the planet. Welcome, Louise.
Oh, I'm happy to be here, Jerry.
I'm so excited, Louise, about your energy and how it's rippling out. I see amazing photos of you with people, and you're always smiling. And every time I see you, it just brings me joy. And it's amazing because your smile and your energy of happiness actually lights up the pages of this publication. So I'm really excited about this live interview with you. So there's a quote that you share, and it's really touching. It goes like this: "My intention is to raise the energy of everyone I meet, make them happier and feeling more positive about themselves and their life." I love that. So, Louise, share with us, why and how do influencers like you shape our world?
Well, most of the time people want to change the world. It's pretty hard to change the world in a big bunch, but we can have a ripple effect, just like sending a pebble in a lake. You can see the pebble going right in the middle, making all these circles, and it goes and goes and goes and goes. So the same thing in life. When we influence somebody to be happier or to be more joyful, what is happening is that person, when that person will encounter other people, will probably bring that energy around, and the other person will have, again, when they'll meet other people, they'll have a better feeling inside of them. So, for an example, one day I was at the grocery store. I'm waiting to be cash and to get my grocery on, and there's a lady just right in front of me. She's not smiling at all. She's just putting all her stuff on the cart there, and suddenly she looked at me, and I smile and really smile at her, like saying, like, "Good morning." So anyway, just had a nice smile, and then she kept on, and she left. While I'm putting my grocery on, she already had left. She came back, and she said to me, she said, "Thank you so much for that beautiful smile you gave me. You just made my day. I had a lot of things going on in my mind, and because of your smile, now it's clear I know what to do." I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything. I just smile. So that's pretty much how we influence people. Same when I go in any store and I see the person behind the cash not being happy, having a grumpy smile, I will always ask, "So how's your day so far?" "Oh, my God." And then they go on with their life and whatever had happened that day. And just by telling me what happened, it kind of get them a little bit less stress. And I said, "Oh, my God, oh, yeah, I completely understand. And then I said, "Yeah." And when I finish and I go, I said, "Have a beautiful day. Hope things will turn out very good." And they smile and they say, "Yeah, thank you so much." And then what happened? The next person who comes at the cash will be happy because the cashier is really happy. So this is how we we influence people and we change life.
I love it. You know, what I love about this profile, Louise, is that you remind us that we're all connected. And I love this analogy of the ripple effect just by doing simple acts like being joyful or more happy to someone. And I really love how you intentionally find joy and happiness in the simple things. And it reminds me of an expression that I quite often share, which is "be what you seek." And most people, when you interview them and talk with them, they'll tell you that they're seeking happiness. So, like you, choose to make someone else happy, and that's when everything changes. I love that. There's another quote you share. It goes like this: "The more kindness and gratitude we pour into this world, the more happiness and peace we will experience as a result. This is how we can influence our world." So you're certainly doing that, and I love that. Louise, share with us, what is your intention for influencing others?
Well, my intention to influence others to try to make their life, their world, a little bit more happier and more joyful and more peaceful. And I always say it's going to be one at a time, but the one at a time, like I mentioned earlier, it's really a ripple effect. So by changing that person, it's when I teach courses with canfitpro, or I teach classes at the gym where I work at Good Life. I don't do much more than others do, but I take the time to care for them and listen to what they have to say. Because a lot of the time people, the only thing they need is just to share what is going on in their life, because sometimes they don't have anyone to speak with. And just by listening, it's pretty much half of their burden that comes out. And I try to smile through that and try to give them as much as I can, because I'm an NLP practitioner as well, a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, and a life coach. So because I do both, I always try to help them to move forward with it and find a solution in whatever is happening in their life.
I love that. It's amazing. You know, you're living your joy, you know, as a teacher and trainer and life coach and NLP practitioner. I really love that statement, Louise, that you listen with the intent to understand others. And I think that's what, at the end of the day, you know, the more we can just listen with that intent to understand versus that, you know, that indication or the inclination to reply. So I believe you're doing that. There's another quote you share which I really love, and it goes like this: I have adopted a very simple formula for happiness. Smile attracts smile, and happy thoughts attract more happy moments. So I want you to continue on that last answer with the change that you want to see influence out into the world. What's Louise's ripple effect going to be like?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I cannot really get in the mind of the people, but what I can give them, I can give them tricks and tips in order to change their mindset when they need to. For an example, when things happen in everyday life, so we cannot have, unless we live on a deserted island somewhere in the Pacific, then there's nothing. We don't know about anything. For me, I always did make a point to never watch the news, never listen to the news. That's one of the things, because if there's a tragedy happening in the world, I'll know it, because people seems to always talk about drama or love drama. So people listen to the news all the time. They watch the news. And this is another reason why people as well don't live a joyful life or a happy life, because they see all these major things that happen. So for me, I always make a point. If things happen and I can help, if a tragedy happen and I can help, I will send money, or I'll do my best to do anything I can. If not, then, and if that thing happened and there's nothing I can do about it and it bothers my mind, I always say to people, just imagine you have a reset button. So I like the one where you push and it says, that was easy. You remember that one?
Yeah, beautiful. I love it. I used to press that thing all the time.
And I have that one, and normally in my courses, not in my classes, but in my courses, I always have that one. So if someone doesn't understand something I'm explaining, and we kind of go over, and suddenly they have that awe moment, and I say, now you get it. And I push that button and say, that was easy. So it's the same. If something bothers my mind or anybody's mind, like something comes and always go around and people doesn't seem to go past this, I always say, imagine you've got that reset button. Push on it and said, reset. Now start to think about something that you truly enjoy. It can be your pet or unconditional love. It can be as well your children, if your children or grandchildren makes you really, really happy, and it's great. It can be about a place where you go in the world and you're truly the most happiest when you go to that place. It can even be in your own backyard in the summer when your backyard is really in full bloom, and you're sitting in your garden and you just love it and you enjoy anything that makes you feel good. So that's always what I say. I said, you don't have really anything that is set in cement. It's about you. It's what makes you feel good about yourself. So just think about that, push that reset button, and just start to think about that positive thought that makes you happy.
It's fantastic. Do the things that bring you joy. These are really great tips. These are really, really great actions, you know. And I really love how your energy is rippling out into the courses that you teach. And, you know, the people that are surrounded by your energy, Louise, I think are just receiving amazing gifts. So my last question for you is about the upcoming World Fitness Expo I want to ask you. So we're launching, as you know, this Influence, very special issue of Defyeneurs 2 times this year, which we've never done before. We're launching it in March, which celebrates the amazing influencers like yourself. But then we've chosen to also relaunch it at World Fitness Expo, and specifically there'll be this really amazing signing by you and others that are published in the magazine at the Women of Influence event in August. So you've attended these events, and even a theme is actually influence. I don't know if you know that yet. So what is the most exciting thing about World Fitness Expo and just the energy of World Fitness Expo? What's that like for you?
Well, for me, it is my gift to me every year. I would never miss it. I've been going since 1999. It was called just canfitpro Conference back then, and a couple of years ago they changed it to World Fitness, because it's true. It's people from all around the world that are attending this conference, and I know people love to come in Canada, so it's in Toronto. It's great energy. It's all people that love fitness and wellness in general, that love to learn from the best, because they always bring the best presenters. People think sometimes because it's in Canada, it's not great presenter. Trust me, I've been in some other conferences in the world, and all these presenters, they all go all around in all other countries. So what World Fitness Expo canfitpro try to do is always bringing the best from each conference in the world and bring them in Toronto. For me, I'm so excited every time I go there, and how much I learn from everybody. So last year, I remember one thing. I mean, many things I've learned every year, but one thing that really stood out to me at the Women's Influence Luncheon on the Thursday was Mindy Milray. She went on stage, started to talk, and she said, when you have an opportunity, say yes and figure it out later. And I thought, wow, I've never had heard this before. And I said, she's right. When there's an opportunity, why live in fear? Say yes, work to get to it, figure it out, and you'll be fine. And a couple of weeks ago, I was looking to Facebook, and a few people did post some stuff. And one was from, I think his name is Branson, the guy who owns Virgin, Virgin Radio, Virgin airplanes, all these Virgin stuff. Virgin phone, and that's exactly what he had said. He said, when you have an opportunity in life, say yes, figure it out later, and you'll see many great things will happen. And I thought, wow, 2 great people saying pretty much the same thing. So that's exactly what I've been doing since last August, is when an opportunity comes up, I say yes, and I figure it out after. And I would say the
it.
same for everybody. So
I love it. I love it. Louise Vigneault, even your initials, LV, it's like love. It's the origin of love, LOVE. I really love this profile. It's called An Energy of Happiness. It's on pages 18 and 19 of the new Influence issue of Defyeneurs. And on behalf of everyday people doing extraordinary things, I want to thank you, Louise, for contributing your amazing happiness and influence to this issue of Defyeneurs. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Jerry. Always a pleasure to talk to you and Angela.